to the Georgia Bulldogs with they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Chris Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hilltoppers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Georgia's offense is on the field for the first time today. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. Takes it the other way. Bringing the heat. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The Bulldogs get it past the sticks.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
2nd and short now after that completion. Going to try to get it himself. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
He's looking to throw it. coming after him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. Try to get him going there.
Gets it out quickly. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
On second down, he'll fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The sure hands, it's Brooks. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that after being out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Makes the grab on the shelf. They'll go with the quick touch pass. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, let him go get things.
Finds his man. It's Dahl. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Topper.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First down here for the offense. They'll run it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'll run this play from the pistol. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
He lets one fly deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw it again. Makes the grab on the left. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the first down here on 4th. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Bulldogs are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I like the way he sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are using 200 feet.
Reels it in on one side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Hilltoppers with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires complete on the crosser. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and you can make yards for it.
Hand off from the shotgun. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Yeah, in 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big, 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They'll try to get outside. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Finds a crease up at 20. And he's running in the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he got loose, it was all over. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to FIU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That's caught. It's Peters. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Buys a little time with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. You don't want the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this play.
And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Galladay. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football there.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. They're trying to get to it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And this one splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal. Now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here. You go to halftime feeling really good about things. Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He gets a block. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think the
Deep shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pulls it and fires to the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. Head down he goes at the 18.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not there. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The third down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another third down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easier. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on this. So you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Throws to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burks. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by 10 to Alabama. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
A strike downfield. Open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Peters. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Snags it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Absolutely perfect. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try the run. At the 20, he's got space. And they swarm him under.
How nice realizes it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Quick toss. Still on his feet at the 45. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
Gets it to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Quarterback will audible. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time. A little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run, play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
20.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
Man, he coughed it up. God, big mistake. But here's the thing. I'm going to run my quarterback. I got to pick my spots, but he's got to understand when I can take hits, when I get in traffic, and I got to wrap that thing up. And I'm a running back, right? When I'm running these design quarterback runs, I got to take care of the football.
Caught over the middle. It's Collins. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end. Throws a strike. Gets the first down.
Catch inside the 25. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part of it. A late touchdown. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock. While you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meat open wound. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
They'll throw it on first down. Takes an easy throw in the flat. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these